Good morning, Cindy. Good morning, Wendy. Good morning. How are you all? Good morning. It's Friday, y'all. We made it. We made it to Friday. Good morning, Sweet Pea. Good morning, DJ Reese. I was trying to get on here a smidge earlier, but then I just kept falling into seeing more stuff. And I was like, okay, get off this thing. Get your tail, just stop it. If y'all hear a cat, that's my cat in here. Clinton needs to be up there. Oh, Tommy. Hey, Tommy, nobody can see your comment, but if you're going to come to my live, be brave, brother. Stop it with the troll accounts. Come out of your mama's basement and make yourself known. Chill. These people are up early this morning, starting with their mess. Now, I want to tell y'all something. I saw this morning and was like, that's a problem for us. And a lot of people aren't really paying attention to what's happening, but folks need to pay attention. Let me see who else we have here. Hey, Kimberly. Hey, Sonia. Hey, Zarvis. Good morning to you. Hey, Stephanie. Who else do we have here? Roxy. Good morning to you. Mika. Good morning, Mika. I think I said DJ Reese, but I'm not sure if I did. But good morning to you if I didn't. Hey, Wendy. Good morning. Hey, Russ. Good morning, handsome. Now, you guys, we're at a critical point. I saw this morning, it says the U.S., and I'm going to switch to it. Well, I'll just tell you about it. The U.S. now has more unemployed Americans than job openings for the first time since April 2021. In July, the U.S. had 7.24 million unemployed people and 7.18 million job openings. Meanwhile, 60% of recent college graduates are unemployed and cannot find jobs. That lets y'all know how bad we're having it right now. Hey, dude. Oh, Rolo, I'm sorry to hear that you're one of them. Hey, Nikita. Hey, Amor. Good morning. So that's what we are. Well, we have more people that are unemployed than we have jobs. This is the direct result of bad policy. This is bad policy. If the government actually had good economic policy, good growth policy, it would be different. Donald Trump comes back into office, starts another trade war. You say it's okay, though, you have sense. Yeah, it can be okay. You just got to find some way to do it. But, I'm also feeling like my spidey senses are up. They only had 100 followers. Good luck to you in your job search. Good luck to you. Hey, Money May, good morning. Hey, Pearl Bailey, good morning. Look, I'm sounding all DC. Say it again, Practical. We want the Trump files. Trump doesn't want us to see them. Republican Congress doesn't want us to see them. So, just so y'all know, they don't want us to see that stuff. It's kind of suspicious to me. The White House released a statement that says any Republican vote for that bill over in the House to get more access to these files, unredacted. Anybody vote for it. That's going to be seen as a sign of hostility from the White House. Why would it be seen as a sign of hostility to expose those people who preyed on children? Who? Supposedly one of the women said Clinton was on it. But I'm like, if he's on it, that's cool. I want everybody that's on it. You understand? Everybody's saying supposedly. Y'all got to understand too. Trump and them, they love rumors because you don't have to prove rumors. You understand? You don't have to prove rumors. As long as you put it out there, that's all you need. That's all you need is to put it out there. Like that bullshit that's traveling around about this guy on the dating site and he's messing with this woman and they meet up for a date and then he's telling her all his business about work, about how they're going to redact the files, but they're going to redact every Republican name, every big donor to the Republican Party or Trump. They're only going to expose any Democrats. We want to see it all of it. But this is the Republican Party now. This is the Republican Party now. Good morning, Gregory. Hey, Zarvis, good morning. This is who the party is now. That would be a nice one, the Trump Veil Files. We could have called it Trump Underwater since his ankles and his knees are all swollen. Yep, party affiliation doesn't mean anything, but for some strange reason to Republicans, party affiliation means something when it comes to protecting kids. They only want to protect kids if the kid has a D, if the violator has a D next to their name. If it got an R, they act like they don't see it. Remember I told y'all about this post that I had put in Reddit about Republicans. And it was a post that linked to an article. Hold on, I'm going to see if I can find it. That linked to an article and a link to a list on Reddit where they were talking about all the Republicans that got caught up in an essay accusation, or either proven or either charged. Let me see. Let me see. Okay, I found it. Hold on, I'm going to click on it. No, I don't want to edit it. I wanted to click on it to go to the page. Yeah, they're showing all these people. Tom Nolan. He was the chairman of Donald Trump's presidential campaign in Kentucky. He pled guilty to traffic stuff in 2018. He was sentenced to serve 20 years. You forgot about Dennis Hastert. He used to be Speaker of the House. You know, he got caught up. Then Republican State Senator Ralph Shorty was indicted on 4 counts of traffic in November 2017. Minnesota State Representative Jim Knobloch, he dropped out of the race after his daughter said that he was inappropriate with her. That was in 2018. Republican anti-abortion activist Howard Scott, convicted of some stuff in Florida. I'll say it like that. Republican County Commissioner David Schwartz pleaded guilty to messing with 2 11-year-olds. Y'all understand where I'm coming from? It is a pattern with the Republican Party. These are not coincidences. This list has to be at least 30 people. Just that. There is, we got a troll. Okay, let me scroll back up because I wasn't looking. Oh, I see. Got a troll that can't spell. I took care of it. He's gone. Or it is gone. I'm not sure what it is. It is gone. Y'all like that picture? That's Don Tiger King. That's Don Tiger King Trump. That is Don Tiger King Trump. You know. That's Don Tiger King Trump. Okay, I think we got rid of all the trolls. And thank you, Kim. You helped with the other one. Yeah. Thank you so much, Bianca. And if you guys could tap that like button for me, I appreciate it this morning. And as far as share, just hit that copy link. Copy link counts as a share. So I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yeah, now, you know, so that's why I'm telling y'all, there are no coincidences with this Republican Party. When I see stuff like that, I know what it means. And to me, it means we have a party that has, you know, this running theme of being inappropriate with children. I'll say it like that. I'll say it like that. Being inappropriate with children. And that doesn't make any sense. Except if you down with that type of shit. And I figure, well, Republican voters, they're down with that type of stuff. Because nothing else makes any sense. Nothing else makes any sense. Yep, it's the Hollywood of politics. Now your government wants you to go, they don't want you to believe what's true. The government wants to tell you what's true. Wrap it, I'm not a hypocrite. I say I'll boot MAGA. See, I booted you. Bye. Don't forget to write. Most MAGA are Christian nationalists. Most conservatives are Christian nationalists. They're not conservative. They're not Christians. A Christian nationalist is something different than a Christian. Because a Christian nationalist would look at Donald Trump and say, God sent him. A Christian wouldn't do that. But a Christian nationalist would. See? Because a Christian nationalist puts politicians even over their own God. Y'all better pay attention. Y'all better pay attention. A Christian nationalist even puts politicians in front of God. Because love of America is greater than even God, their love for God. You see? It's greater. It's greater than their love for God. That's how sick they are. That's how sick they are. Y'all wonder why their skin looks so funny? That's why. That's why the skin looked that's why it looked that way. And Rush, I saw your comment about Mike Johnson saying he doesn't see the files getting released. He's speaking out loud. He's telling you that Republicans are going to do everything in their power to block the release of those files. He's telling you. He's telling you. That's what he's telling you. He's telling you that Republicans will do everything possible to obstruct justice. Republicans don't care about children. The Republican Party and its voters do not care about children. They only like fetuses. If you've got a fetus, they love your fetus. Your baby, once you have your baby, once you have your baby, it's a wrap. Y'all should see MAGA coming in. The MAGA trolls. The MAGA trolls are coming out. The MAGA trolls are coming out. And they love to say, why didn't Biden release the list? My thing is this. If Joe Biden was hiding shit, soon as Trump brought his punk ass back in there, why didn't Trump release the list when he came in the second time? It's okay. I know it's hard for y'all to admit that he fucking played y'all. I know it's hard to admit he played the fuck out of y'all and that you're still poor. You're still living in poverty. You're still dirty. I know it's hard. You still working that minimum wage ass fucking job with those people who don't like you. Every time you walk into a space, people still going, what is that smell? Yeah, they're angry poor people. And they're mad at other poor people. And they're mad at middle class people. Just understand they're poor, so they want everybody else to be like them. Well, if I can't have nothing, nobody else can have nothing. But you don't have nothing because you don't have no education. That's why you don't have nothing. You grew up in a state where your government wanted to keep you extra poor. You weren't born into the right family. God, because see, using their logic, I'm using their logic. God didn't bless them enough by making sure they were born into the right family. You see that post about the Arkansas farmers? Zarvis, listen, when I saw that post when I saw the article about the Arkansas farmers, the shit made me laugh because now they begging for money. Hell, I just saw this morning, it's some farmers suing the president. The nerve. The nerve, y'all. The nerve. Now they want to sue? Now they want to sue? Yeah, it says U.S. farmers now suing Trump to try to reinstate, to get Biden's grants reinstated after Trump reneged on their contracts. No, y'all voted for that shit. Donald Trump, see, this is the thing. I'm no Trumper, but I know for a fact that Trump told them what he was going to do. They clapped anyway. What did I tell y'all? These people are fake ass conservatives. They're socialists. I've been telling y'all. MAGA is socialism. They just are tribalist. That's all. Yeah, so-called Biden was bad for MAGA, right, Jess? But all of a sudden now, they want those Biden grants. You know why? Because liberals invest in America. Conservatives don't invest in America. That's why. And states that have a lot of farmers, you said TikTok blocked your comment. Hold on, let me see if I can see it up here. And the farmers, they want money. Oh, I guess it blocked it on your side because I didn't even see it, dude. Yeah, it didn't even let me see it. I don't know what you said, but you said something. TikTok said, we not doing that. Yep. Say it again, Russ. A defense lawyer would tell these people in court that you voted for this. They voted for it. Trump told them what he was running on. And they also, didn't Trump say, people say they want a dictator? My heart bleeds peanut butter, y'all. I told you, I have no sorrow for the Republican Party. None. I told you. I've been telling y'all since the beginning, Republicans are fake liberals. They are socialists. They're just tribalists, and they were born into you must vote Republican. But because they're sheep and they lack any critical thinking skills of their own, they just vote for whatever they've been told to do. Now, they upside a wall. Looking for money. No. Pull yourself up by your Chinese bootstraps and figure it out. And if you can't, I hope that a Chinese investor buys your farm. Yep, I hope it does. Listen, he told them in plain English what it was going to be, but you know what those people used to say? We don't take Trump literally. Remember that, y'all. We just take him figuratively. We don't listen to what he has to say. He's just talking. We just like that he trolls the liberals. He wasn't trolling liberals. He was trolling fucking conservatives. Donald Trump was trolling them. He's telling them, because these are people that are on welfare. These are the people that were getting food assistance. These are the people that were on government health insurance. And they were going to the rallies. Trump's like, I'm going to get rid of that. They're like, yeah. And I'm looking at them like, bitch, ain't you on oxygen? You need that stuff. But they made it their business to get to them fucking rallies. That's why I'm like, now, fuck Mama and Paw. Fuck them people. I wish I would care about those people. They voted for this. Cry harder. If SNL really want to do that shit, they need to do a skit about farmers crying about this fucking farming aid. Crying about farming aid and have somebody come in and beat Trump and make it very clear. I didn't lie to you. I told you I was getting rid of all the welfare queens and you're one of the biggest ones. Makes no sense to pay people to grow food who aren't making their own money. Because it doesn't make sense. That shit is welfare. Hey, Miss Weaver B, that is welfare. Paying farmers to grow food at a loss. Think about it. Because if they were making money on their own, they wouldn't need government handouts. But they need it. Why? Because the world grows food. And America doesn't have a lock on food. That's the lie that they sold you. Not only do they not have a lock on food, a lot of the products that we use when we grow food, other countries don't allow. So they can't sell the shit to nobody else anyway. Fucking losers. I don't feel sorry for their ass at all. I'm glad. The shit's funny to me. It's the crying for me. Right. They don't think subsidies are welfare. That's welfare too. It's socialism. It's corporate welfare. It's welfare for businesses. They call them subsidies. It's still welfare. It's still socialism. Farmers, I've been saying it from the beginning, farmers are the biggest socialists of all time. They get more of our government money. They get more of my tax dollars and your tax dollars than anybody you can guess outside of big-ass corporations. Farmers get a shitload of our money that's just given to them to grow food. All because somebody in their family a long time ago started growing food. It's been a way for white America to get government tax money while they call everybody else getting some a welfare queen. That's what it's been. It's been a way for white men in America to get welfare and feel like they're different from the people getting food assistance or housing assistance. You ain't no different, sir. That farming aid we gave you allowed you to buy your house, make your payments to the bank on loans that you've taken out. We did that. Our money did that. Hey, Miss Brown Sugar, good morning to you. Our money did that. But farmers have this false sense of bravado. Farmers got this false sense that they did it alone. Not only did you not do it alone, you can't do it alone. You need us. You need our money to do anything. Because if you don't have our money, you can't make it. You know what farmers actually do it alone? Black farmers. Because the government won't give them shit. Black farmers. Black farmers. They have to do it alone. Because the federal government leaves them hanging more often than not. White farmers are used to the privilege of getting our government money whenever they want it. But now government ain't giving it to them no more. And a white man did it to them. Like I said, my heart bleeds peanut butter. Yep, I ain't seen no black farmers asking government for shit. Because black farmers are used to government shafting them and not giving them shit. So good. Welfare queens, get your ass up and get to work. Farmers, you may have to sell that farm. Hey, Mia, good morning. You might have to sell that farm. If we're lucky, you'll have to sell it to the Chinese, some Chinese investor that you got to learn Mandarin or Cantonese. Shishimi. Oh, we about to talk about this job growth. I was looking it up while I was talking about that. Now, I'm going to stop for a second and say thank you for joining me this morning. We made it to Friday. We made it to Friday. Don't you love? That's Don Tiger King Trump. For anybody that was unclear, you know, I've never seen them both in the same room. You know, never seen them both in the same room. No, listen, listen, I'm going to tell y'all something. Y'all wish that Bill Gates don't want your farm. J.D. Vance probably does, but Bill Gates don't. Now, let's talk about these job numbers that just came out. Because y'all need to understand, again, this is why I'm still not working. Okay? Job growth stalls. No surprise. Job growth has stalled in August. The U.S. economy added just 22,000 jobs in August. Unemployment at its highest in nearly 4 years. Question, who was president 4 years ago when unemployment was sky high? Donald Trump. Donald Trump was president when unemployment was at its highest 4 years ago. Dawg, baby, it's okay that you don't know math. Most conservatives don't know how to count. And that's why I had to boot you, beloved. Right, Trump was president. Joe Biden comes in, fixes the economy like liberals always do. Joe Biden came in and fixed the shit. Came in and fixed the shit. And now we back suffering again because old Paw up here, y'all voted for this sucker to come back and fuck your economy up again. Yep. And fuck our economy up again. Donald Trump did that. And MAGA voters helped him do it. And MAGA voters helped him do it. Now y'all are getting all of Trump's policies, and I love every minute of it. I love seeing that Nebraska's gonna go broke. I love seeing that Kentucky is suffering. I love it. I love seeing Georgia have so much struggle. I love seeing Texas struggle. Look at LC. Rent was high. Rent is even higher and you're even more poor. That's why you're posing in the sun with the filter. Bye. I love to see the farmers lose everything. I love it. I love it. It's the most beautiful thing to ever see. Oh, I love it. MAGA's in the comments. MAGA's in the comments crashing out. But things were higher during Joe Biden. Hey, stupid. It costs more now. I get that you didn't vote for Trump, but Georgia did. Georgia voted for Trump. So I'm saying let the state of Georgia get whatever the fuck they deserve. I don't care. File it under shit I don't care about. I really, really don't. Groceries are hugely unaffordable now. Hugely unaffordable. And say it again, don't forget MAGA's on the Epstein list. Or, I'm sorry, Trump is on the Epstein list. Probably some of MAGA too. That's why they so concerned. Let's talk about this lack of job growth. I didn't go on a trip yesterday, Kim. Not yesterday. You mean me? So when it comes to job growth slowed to a crawl in August. Slowed to a crawl in August. It says the unemployment rate rose to its highest level in nearly 4 years, indicating the U.S. labor market is growing stagnant. Because I can also guarantee you international companies are not setting up more shop here. America's not a good place to do business. Too much big government. Government doing your business too much. So this ain't the place to come to no more. It's a great tax shelter for rich people, America. But America ain't the place to be. Donald Trump is fucking us up so much that China is taking the traction that America used to have. China's getting it now. Russia's getting it now. The very people that Trump claimed he was trying to stop. He's empowering them. He's emboldening them. He's making them more powerful than the United States. Yep, and you're absolutely correct, Maddie. Unemployment is going to go up even more in October because of the deferred resignation stuff. Most people have until the end of this month. Then it kicks up again in October. Oh, y'all ain't seen no numbers yet. It's worse than it looks. It's worse than it looks. You just wait until that next batch of those DRP people drop. Oh, just wait. It's going to get worse. I'm speaking misinformation, yet you're here and yet you're not. Bye, beloved. I don't hang out in places where people say things that I don't believe in. Who the fuck does that? Who the fuck does that? I know the sheep or somebody has to tell y'all where to be and where to go. Well, if I'm saying things that aren't true, you shouldn't be here. Go be where they tell you things that make you feel good. I am here not to make you feel good. I am here to tell you the fucking truth. That's the problem. Americans are so used to getting their damn ego stroked by politicians. Oh, you're great. You're going to make so much money. You're going to be able to do all these things for your family. They lie to you. They lie. They tell you that shit so you'll put money in their pocket. Because when you tell them that, right? When they tell you that and you believe it, listen, you putting 6 figures in that fool's pocket for the next few years when they're in office. Oh, London, I hits that block real quick. See, the thing about MAGA is just full of trolls, starved trolls of air. Because when you starve them of air, you know what they got to do? Spend time looking at that dirty ass bedroom or basement they living in. That's what they have to do. That's what they have to do. They got to look at that dirty ass basement they live in, that dead end ass job. You still working at the dollar store. Nothing still hasn't changed. The only thing that's changed is the prices at the dollar store. Your salary didn't go up, but the prices on those goods did. That's why I don't pay attention to that. I focus on giving folks the information. And don't forget, Trump's on the Epstein list. Oh, that congressional committee was ready for RFK yesterday. We're going to talk a little bit more about that. I put up a clip from my live yesterday when I was talking about RFK's ass. Can somebody please stop starting that fucking car, okay? Jesus. I was like, good Lord, I can't wait till this fucking hearing is over. It's like nails on a goddamn chalkboard. I was like, Lord. Quiet. Bruh need to learn some sign language or something. He would do us all a favor. Now, I'm going to say this one thing before I get back to these job numbers. I did like, though, how they walked him into that trap about the Nobel Peace Prize. Yes, the president deserves the Nobel Peace Prize. And they were like, so you agree that the vaccine was a good thing? That's when it broke down again. It was like, you big dummy, you so pressed to suck on Trump that you didn't even catch the trap that they laid for you. Because he was so pressed to be a yes man. So pressed to give Trump a compliment. It was like, you big dummy, you walk right into that. You're not even listening to these questions for real. You're not even listening. You know what? Listen, I got a question. It made me think about something. You know how when you talk to yourself in your own head and you can hear your own voice? I wonder, does he hear his own voice the way we hear him when he speaks out loud? Does he hear the same way in his head? Like when his mouth is closed, does he hear? You know what I'm saying? When he's thinking about it in his head and he's talking to himself, what does he hear? I'm just wondering. It made me think about it as we were just talking about it. Because I know when I talk to myself in my own mind, right? When I talk to myself in my own mind, I sound like the voice I hear when I speak out loud. Inquiring minds want to know. Someone needs to do a study on that. I want to know what it is. Say it again, and don't forget, Donald Trump is in the Epstein files. You call him Froggy. I'm going to start calling him catalytic converter. Call him catalytic converter or call him starter. Because I'm like, what the fuck is going on there? What is going on there? But hey, Trump said he hires the best and brightest. If I sounded like that, I would learn sign language. I would do it. You understand? I would do it. Because I already know most people have checked out. They've checked out. Not even needs gas in the carburetor. Listen. Can you imagine those meetings at HHS? Where those people are like, they just sitting in a meeting like, if he say one more fucking thing, you say one more thing. Write it on the fucking board. Write whatever you got to say on the board, sir. We're not listening. I wonder what it looks like when it's closed captioned, you know? Does the closed caption pick up on any of that shit? Or does the closed caption just say, trying to start car? I'm not sure, Liba, when they're going to be voting on that bill. But look, let me stop. I'm going to leave RFK alone for right now. I'm going to leave him alone right now. Because I tell you, man, it's taking me back to when I used to own a Pontiac Cutlass. Okay? Because every time when I would turn, you know, when you own a hoopty, every time you turn it, it don't always start up. You know what I mean? It don't always start up. So it takes every time I hear him. Shut up. Oh, my God. Shut up. But it's an indication of this beautiful Trump administration. It's not the blame a brain worm. Don't you dare, Nessa. Don't you blame that on that worm. Because I was told if that worm left, he would cease to exist. I was told that the worm is what's keeping him going. Okay? The worm is what's keeping him going. All right? Listen, y'all seen Poltergeist 2? Y'all remember on Poltergeist 2 when Pop was in there drinking that tequila and it had the worm at the bottom of the bottle and he drank it and then he threw that worm up? That's what's inside of RFK Jr. That's what's inside of RFK Jr. If he just throw up that worm, he probably could speak normally. Like before he threw up the worm, he'd be like, you know, before he throws up the worm, right? But then after he throws up the worm, he's like, well, hello, my name is Robert F. Kennedy Jr. How are you? And then you just looking at him like, the fuck? What did you just throw up? I mean, I'm thankful that you did. Because whatever it was doing a lot of gymnastics on your vocal cords. But okay. Okay. Sal says RFK is saving the world. Hopefully he can find a cure for male pattern baldness. Sal is waiting on it. Bye, Sal. You can't be in here talking that shit. Listen, I don't want no men coming in my life first thing this morning for, you know, being all good, giving that guac 2000 to Trump in the Trump cabinet, okay? I don't feel like hearing that this morning, all right? I don't want to hear that this morning. It's not attractive. So many men in America keep talking about this epidemic, can't find a woman. It's kind of hard to find a woman when you're sitting up there for men all fucking day. You heard what I said, Kiara, giving that guac 2000. That's what they doing. They're not coming in my life with that. They're not coming in here with that. I love Donald Trump. You should tell your wife. Like, the fuck is we doing? I see more men in love with this guy than I've ever seen in my life. I'm like, damn. At least find you a good-looking man. Now I see men are gold diggers too. Y'all chasing him for his money, ain't y'all? That's why, yeah, y'all chasing him for his money, ain't you? I've never seen men. It's conservative men. There is a very unhealthy obsession with other men. You know what I mean? It's very unhealthy. It's very unhealthy. And I say that because I don't know men who act like that. I don't know any men in my regular, normal, everyday life that act this way. That shit is weird. Why I just be sitting there like, hold up, you love Donald Trump. Don't you have a wife? Because I know if I was your wife, I'd be like, oh, you love him? Cool. My ass is out of here. Because when you dreaming about men, hell, a lot of gay men don't even dream about men. So why are you dreaming about men when you got a whole piece of meow right next to you? Like I said, Republicans show themselves every day. I let them. I don't say nothing. I just let them be them and just talk. They're obsessed. You know why I figured out why they have such an obsession with Donald Trump. So many people. The people who have that unhealthy obsession with Trump is because they hate their life. Trump is the perfect distraction. He makes them feel like a winner. Imagine how shitty your life gotta be when this guy makes you feel like a winner. Some of it's racism, Deborah, but it ain't just racism. Trust me, it ain't just that. It ain't just that. Some of it's they peaked in high school. Some of it's they never peaked at all. They still looking to peak. Yeah, the movement became an identity, Lori. That is the perfect way to say it. That's what the MAGA movement became. Yep. Hold up, Big Mac. I'm going to show you something. Because I do this. Who that look like? From the very beginning, I said Donald Trump and Jim Jones have a lot in common. Oh, hiring collapsed, Morpheus. But no surprise, who the hell going to be hiring people when you don't know what your government's doing? Who's going to hire them? Who? Nobody. So that's why I've been telling folks from the beginning, Donald Trump is not much different than Jim Jones. Ain't much different. Selling them on the same bullshit. Jim Jones wasn't really religious either. He might have started off that way, but it went away from that and went to power. He wanted power. Yep, Jimmy wanted power, and that's Trump. And he'll step over each and every one of those people to get power. Yep, and Jim Jones wasn't racist. He wasn't. I'm telling y'all, think about all the people who lost their lives during COVID. Think about it. Think about it. But this is the direct result of America didn't want to call a thing a thing. Religious extremism in America is domestic terrorism. It really is. And it's extremely dangerous for America. But government ignores it under the guise of freedom of religion. Yeah, there were a lot of black women that followed Jim Jones. Because in the beginning, Jim Jones made sense. He don't make sense now. Just like you don't make sense for my life. Bye, you only have one follower. You should get your pussy up. Then come back and I might let you stay longer. But when you got one follower on your account, that's a troll account. I don't allow trolls in here. We don't do that in here. What they say? Not on my watch. Tell your friends about me. Yeah, Jim Jones started off a good guy. But see, that's where Trump and him kind of, their paths separate. Trump never started off a good guy. Trump always been Trump. You feel me? Trump always been Trump, a greedy rich dude. My point of showing Donald Trump uses Jim Jones tactics for the indoctrination. It's the same tactics. Republican Party uses the same tactics. They intertwine religion with politics. Because if you intertwine religion and politics, your followers, and I call them followers, not supporters, followers, your followers will stay loyal to you. Because as long as they believe God is a part of it, they're going to be obedient no matter what. And I know some of y'all say that's not true. Look what obedience caused under Jim Jones. They want you to be obedient. Trump is here to bring about the new obedience. And you're going to pay the same price that those people paid that followed Jim Jones. Be smart enough to understand. No. You do that, you're going to fail. Religious people are very easy to manipulate. That's why they love to infuse religion into everything. Trump is not religious. Trump is not religious, but he knows the power of religion. He knows the power of religion. That's why he uses it to his advantage. That's why he uses it to his advantage. He lets them pray over him. He don't care. Because he knows Trump already said he's never asked for forgiveness. So that lets you know that all those people around him, ain't none of them a Christian. Because right there, that should have been a deal breaker for every Christian in the room. You ain't never asked for forgiveness. Oh, no, 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 no. I can't ride with this guy. Because I have. You understand? That's why y'all got to pay attention. I told y'all, Trump ain't religious, but he knows the power of it. He's talking about heaven because that's something to get all MAGA all, get them all moist. I love when my president talks religion with me. Where Trump doesn't take accountability for anything because he doesn't have to. He has other people that will take accountability for him. He has other people that will pay the cost for his choices. Yeah, I said moist. Because that's how they act. That's how they act. I know moist is such a gross sounding word, isn't it? But they get moist for Trump in their diapers too. They love Trump. They love Daddy. They love Daddy Trump. And they're always looking for excuses and bullshit to sell and say to justify it. That's just the nature of things. But I'm telling you, these people, everything's about religion to sell, so you don't question nothing. Because see, that's the other thing Trump knows. They won't question anything. If he says, if they make it, put religious connotations around it, they'll just fall in line. Because you're not supposed to question God, remember? At least according to Christian nationalists. Real Christians understand you can ask God questions. Man don't want you asking questions that man can't answer. Somebody said moist is just a word. You can turn any word nasty. Use a lie. Moist is a nasty word. I have to disagree with you there, my sister. Moist is a nasty word. The only time people like the word moist is for cake. If you hear moist in any other, moist for cake, moist for hair and skin. If you hear the word moist in any other way, you instantly are turned off. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. Moist is not a word people like to hear. My pocket's feeling moist. What? No. No. Especially for men. You say the word moist around men and it's not about a woman, those men are like, oh, wait a minute. What are we doing? Oh, don't use that word around me, bruh. We don't do no moist shit over here. All right? No, man. I was just trying to say your skin is moist. No, bruh. You say hydrated. Okay? We don't say moist over here. We say hydrated. Y'all got where I'm coming from? Listen, I have 2 brothers. I have a lot of male cousins. I ain't never heard none of them be like, oh, moist. They don't say that shit. They don't say moist. That men don't run around saying that shit. They don't run around saying that. Hold on, I had to boot a MAGA. He come in, you know the majority of the people drinking Jim Jones Kool-Aid were black. Actually, no, they were white, but thanks for playing. I gave Ohio the boot, just like Trump did. You're a man, I'm a nurse, and you say it all the time. Duh. Oh, yeah, you are moist. You have 1 follower and thinking you're going to stay here. Bye. Now, that was some moist shit, right? That was moist shit. I'm a nurse and I say moist. I ain't never had no nurse say moist to me. Never. 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 It's my life. What do they say, Kimberly? There's no democracy here. It's a republic of me. Kim, that I don't know, Kim. I don't know why it's always a man. Thank you, Zarvis. What kind of nurse are you that you running around saying moist? Like I said, I ain't never been around a nurse say moist. Moist. Say it again, Tiffany. If my nurse say moist, I'm filing a complaint. She could have said keep it hydrated. And keep in mind, doctors don't even say moist all like that. They'll say keep it hydrated. Do they not? They say make sure you keep it hydrated. Keep it hot. They don't say moist either. There's something about the word moist that sounds very moisty. You know what I mean? So you really don't want to be using the word moist if you don't have to. Right. They'll say hydrated or saturated. Right? Men will say hydrated and saturated. No, OBGYNs certainly don't say moist. That's the one place you better not say moist. Yeah, they say hydrated at the OBGYN. They will say, right, they'll say lubed. But moist, you'll catch a case with that one. I know I keep saying that. I can't help it. Because it's how you even say the word moist. Even saying it sounds moist. Ew. Now, for the rest of the day, I don't even want to say the word moist anymore. I'm going to say hydrated and saturated too. Like, ew. Yuck. Not a moist towelette. Ugh. Right? Moist does sound damp coming out my mouth. Every time I say moist, it like makes my mouth water. Yuck. It's like the word dewy. I don't like that word either. Because dewy sounds wet, but slimy. Ugh. That's another thing. If my nurse or doctor said, keep it moist, say it again. I'm calling my lawyer too. I'd be like, whoa, doc, hold on. Let's go back real quick. Why would you use such a triggering word like moist to me? Why would you do that? You want me to report you to the authorities, don't you? Exactly. Hey, Tiffany, the only time, that's why I told y'all, the only time really saying the word moist is appropriate is when you're talking about food, skin, or hair. Other than that, that's not. Listen, after today's live, just spend this weekend keeping track of how much you hear somebody say the word moist. Moist is not a word that's used very often. Because people don't like the connotation when you say moist. Ugh. Yeah, I don't like no type of dewy. Yuck. Dewy implies dampness, something wet but slimy to me. Right? Now these guys online that I see crashing out over women, I'm going to start calling them moisty. And I'm going to start calling Trump men when they get upset with me in here. Don't be acting all moisty with me. That's going to send them into attack. Moisty! Did that damn woman just call me moist? Yes, I did. So stop acting moisty and I won't call you moisty. They come in here. I love that man. I love him. Stop it. Trump don't love you. Never have, never will. Never have, never will. Now, look, I went off on a tangent. Let me steer the ship back in the way that we were going, right? Because y'all know me. You got a correction for me, Nerd Alert? Now, I want to go back to something real quick. Okay, tell me the correction, girl. I want to go back to these job numbers one more time. One more time. We only added 22,000 jobs in August. We only added 22,000 jobs in August. You're absolutely correct, Nerd Alert. 70% of the people of the individuals in People's Temple were black. There were a lot of black people who lost their lives at People's Temple. You're absolutely correct. In my zest to clap back at the MAGA, I was not accurate in what I said. And no, it doesn't mean anything extra, Kimberly, but that MAGA who said it initially, I think they were trying to say it to say, well, black people believed it then. That don't mean shit. Nerd Alert knows a lot about Jim Jones, and that's one of the reasons why Nerd Alert mentioned it, why she mentioned it, about the accuracy of that. Because, see, it also lets you know, there can be a wolf that comes in sheep's clothing. Jim Jones was that. Donald Trump is that. Donald Trump is really not even a wolf in sheep's clothing to me, frankly, because that's a whole fucking wolf. He don't give a shit if you know he wolf. Yeah, and I would say that's the difference with Donald Trump. Jim Jones had a lot of black folks that follow him. Donald Trump got a lot of white people that follow him. Because Donald Trump uses racism as a trigger too. And sexism. See, a lot of times people coming and following Trump, it's the misogyny of it all. It ain't even race. It's that he gonna put women in their place. See, it's a lot of misogyny in it. A lot of misogyny too. You got racism. You got misogyny. You got anti-Semitism. You got a lot in it. It's not just one thing. It's not one thing. Yep, when Jim start getting power hungry and getting into that extracurricular activity, that shit changed him forever. They could have done some great things, actually. They could have, but he got into things that he shouldn't have. And getting into things that he shouldn't have, that changed who he was. Yep, any ism is going to mess with you. But that's how we got back here in America. America is going back in time. Jim Jones he knew how to speak to people. Trump knows how to talk to people. Y'all may not like what he says, but he knows how to talk to MAGA. And that's why they won't go nowhere. Even if they're going bankrupt. Because it's a movement. Just like People's Temple. It's a movement. And they're willing to lose everything to support this movement. You get it? They're willing to do anything to support this movement. What is that? I'm sorry, you guys. I clicked something by accident. I didn't think it was going to take me to another screen. Trump knows how to swindle. He does. But it's not hard to swindle MAGA. See, listen, I'm not defending Trump. But I understand why Trump's doing what he's doing. These people are too easy not to take their money. They're giving it to him. If you're a charlatan and your job is to swindle people for money, MAGA's just giving them the money. I mean, what else is the guy supposed to do? Not take it. It's impossible not to take the money. They gave it to me. I mean, what do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? And that's what's happening. Thank you for that, Nessa Bessa. And listen, you guys, if you could do me a favor and tap that like button, I appreciate that. Liking the live helps boost and support the live. And if you could hit that copy link button, I appreciate that too. But y'all got to understand, they just giving money. Remember those tennis shoes? Never got them. They never got the tennis shoes. He sold them NFT trading cards. He sold them hats. He sold them shirts, flags, cell phone service, all types of stuff. Yep, cereal. I was thinking cereal in my mind, but I said, nah, maybe I'm wrong. He sold so much I can't keep up. Bibles, watches. Yep, he was trying to sell Teslas. He's a charlatan. But he can sell ice to an Eskimo. That's the thing. If you're dumb enough to buy into his bullshit, he makes money. And these old people and these poor people, they are going broke, giving everything to him. And to that I say, good. Good. It's what they voted for. See, I can't feel sorrow for you when you voted for it. Okay, I got some breaking news for y'all. Says Massey named the first person in Epstein's Black Book, Republican mega donor John Paulson. He was a donator to Trump's campaign and a sponsor of Mike Johnson. They say no wonder Mike Johnson adjourned the House, so they couldn't vote to release information in the Epstein files. So it's starting. It's starting. This isn't going to end well because they're going to fight each other. They're going to fight each other. They're going to fight each other. They say, okay. Now, Paulson isn't just some rich guy. He's a major GOP donor pumping money into the Republican Party, the Speaker of the House, and Trump's campaign. And Epstein kept his name in his little black book. Let that sink in. The same billionaire who bankrolls the party, bankrolls the Speaker of the House, bankrolls Trump, and is on Epstein's list. Catch that. It's slowly coming out. Slowly coming out. They say, I'm looking at the post. They say, according to the FEC, these three globalist billionaires are the only donors to the MAGA Kentucky Super PAC, which is attacking me. This is Thomas Massey put this up. Thomas Massey is going in. Okay, so I didn't see that Thomas Massey had put this up in August. he put this up on X. He had put up pictures of these 3 big-time donors. And he says that these are the 3 donors. 1 is a woman and 2 men who are attacking him for his principal votes in Congress. And he said, guess which one is in Epstein's black book? That goes back to that guy he was talking about, John Paulson. So the 3 people he showed pictures of were Miriam Adelson. You know, that's that Adelson's man's wife, Paul Singer, and John Paulson. John Paulson is in Epstein's black book. He shows a picture, and it was somebody else who put this post up. I will put this post up in my Patreon so y'all can see the post, because this was something that was put up August 15th of this year. Somebody has a picture from Epstein's little black book, and it shows that guy in the book with his numbers. The shit is coming out, y'all. The chickens are starting to come home to roost. The chickens are coming home to roost. Good. Good. I told y'all, this wouldn't stop. It's not going to stop until we just stay going in on them on it and get all the information. And MAGA is fighting amongst themselves now, because now you got a Republican. Thomas Massie won't let up on it. He won't let up on it. This a reg Republican, which shouldn't. No, it shouldn't be a shock. It shouldn't be a shock. It shouldn't be a shock at all. And now your president is upset, because your president is saying, now that he see that, not upset by that, but he's upset by something else. He is upset by that. Okay, let me explain. Marjorie Taylor Greene not letting up. I'm telling you, and I mentioned this yesterday in my live. I think that Marjorie Taylor Greene isn't letting up because she sees it as a way for her to get traction in politics, to try to change course of how people see her. It's too late for that. I mean, Marjorie, you're done. It's too late for that shit. But that's why she's doing it. Yep, and they're fighting about the V's too, Mimi. Yep, they're fighting about that too. Because RFK Jr. is not good for America. And that rhetoric is going to take us out. That rhetoric is going to take us out. So that's why I'm going, what did I tell y'all? I said that MAGA would tow water for Donald Trump up until it no longer matched their reality and they couldn't keep the lie going. Yep, Marjorie Taylor Greene, she's trying to get reelected and she knows she can't. No other way. She also don't want you to keep talking about that big, beautiful bullshit bill that she helped pass. Because, see, that's the shit that's really going to stick it to you. Anything to change the narrative. You understand? Anything to change the narrative. That's what Marjorie Taylor Greene and Lauren Boebert want to do. Because they know for a fact them voting for that bullshit budget bill is taking money out of the mouths of their constituents. But you know how you can get in good graces again? Act like you protecting children. Act like you protecting children. Act like you care. While the rest of them don't. Oh, she's still not going to win that Senate seat against Austin. Oh, so that would explain it. That I told y'all, it's no way that Marjorie Taylor Greene is doing something for people for no reason. It's just no way. It's no way. It's no way. Okay, now she says, okay, now I'm reading some stuff. Marjorie Taylor Greene says that she's going to skip the Georgia 2026 race for governor. She's not trying to go that far. Because Marjorie Taylor Greene knows she wouldn't win. She knows she wouldn't win. Being elected as a member of Congress, you can do that because it's just your district. That she can do. But governor? A senator? Nah, Margie ain't there yet. Right, she can't be trusted. So she's trying to change her image. But it's too late. But Margie's trying to change her image. That's all. And what do I always tell you guys? A broken clock is right twice a day. A broken clock is right twice a day. That don't mean Marjorie's right. That don't mean Marjorie is right. Marjorie's doing what she feel like she got to do so she can say she was different than them. She listened to the victims. Y'all got to understand what Marjorie's doing. Marjorie is politicking. She's still politicking. That hasn't stopped. She's just smarter, I would say, in this regard when it comes to this stuff. She is smarter. She's smarter than MAGA, the MAGA men. Because Marjorie is smart enough to know, nah, that's not, I shouldn't be doing that. Oh, I noticed they haven't attacked her. You know why they haven't attacked her? One, she's a Republican, but two, the other reason why they haven't attacked her, it wouldn't look good. It wouldn't look good. So you're going to attack her for listening to the victims? I'm telling you, they still need the votes of conservative women. And not all conservative women hate what's happening over there. Not all conservative women hate on those women. A lot of those conservative women are still kind of like, I don't like what I'm hearing. I'm telling you. Oh, thank you all so much. Look, y'all be working. Thank y'all for the 100,000 likes. I appreciate it. That's why I try to make sure I give you guys great content so it warrants that. Smart. And Marjorie never. More like, yeah, she is sly. She is a true daughter of, she is a daughter of the Confederacy. Right. Epstein victims are smart enough to use Marjorie Taylor Greene for what they can use her for, but they know they cannot trust her. They know that. But the beautiful thing is they have other people there they can trust to get the information out there. I told y'all yesterday, Thomas Massey says that him and Marjorie Taylor Greene are going to read the names of the accusers. I mean, the names that the accusers have said did these things. The people that violated them, preyed on them. They're going to read those names on the House floor because the people can't sue them. You can't sue Congress for conducting business on the House floor for what they say. They're using it as a shield for the victims so that we can expose the list. Since Pam Bondi lied and won't expose it, it's still going to get out there. Oh, Marjorie Taylor. Listen, Marjorie will never live down the Jewish space laser shit. It's a whole lot of shit she'll never live down. But understand, Marjorie Taylor Greene is politicking. She's politicking. For sure. Marjorie is politicking. Like she always is. Like she always is. But don't lose sight of the fact that Trump is in those Epstein files. While we're sitting here having fun with each other, don't lose sight of that. Hold on. Bella is in here. I have to let her out. Y'all know this girl comes and she sits. Get out of here. That cat of mine, she'll come in here and sit. And then after a while, she goes, okay, I'm over this. I've done enough. Yeah, Trump, thank you, dude. Trump is running. He's running from these files, but he will never be. My grandmother always used to say this statement. She used to say, you can run fast, but you can never run fast enough from yourself. Oh, your cat's named Bella too? Yeah. Mine says, you know, she has a full name. Yeah, Wicked's been out of purgatory. He's been around the house. That's Bella Mae Jackson. Because, you know, black people, we got to give our animals a middle name. So, but you can run, but you can never run fast enough from yourself. And that's where we are. Oh, Stella Marie. Okay. Trump is not going to be able to outrun these Epstein files. Oh, I like those teacup chihuahuas. All of my, look, my cats are bigger than teacup chihuahuas. This is another favorite that I like. Again, Donald Trump cannot run from this. And it's something that I want y'all to keep note of. When I saw this picture, it made me think. The only reason why Trump doesn't want to be affiliated with him is because it's not cool to be affiliated with this man anymore. But imagine if it was still cool. This guy would be in Trump's cabinet. Think about it. He would be right there in the cabinet. Look, Lawrence Taylor is heading up the presidential fitness thing for children. And Lawrence Taylor is on the SA list. He's on the list. He keeps being affiliated with Lawrence Taylor because for some strange reason, society keeps acting like he's not a predator. He is. And trust and believe, if this man wasn't tainted goods and he was still alive, his ass would be in the Trump cabinet. He's only not there because he doesn't exist and he ain't popular. Thank you, Michael. I love pretty black women too. Not that I'm into girls. I mean, I'm just saying I like pretty black women. What they say, I got a whole husband. I need to be clear. Fuck around and get a girlfriend in here by accident. So, but he would have a job in Trump's cabinet if he was still alive. Not poetry emotion. See, I told y'all. But he would have a job in this cabinet. He would have a job in this cabinet. Yeah, not I would because I raised my eyebrows. Say it again, Sonny Peach. Yeah, I like pretty black women too, but I like I love men. But he would be in this cabinet if he was alive and he wasn't tainted goods. Hell, Ghislaine Maxwell would be in the cabinet if she wasn't tainted goods. Hell, Trump already moved her from a medium security prison to a low security prison and gave her access to work release. So understand, if this guy wasn't tainted goods and this guy was still alive, this guy would be hands down, unequivocally in the Trump cabinet. He'd have a quiet little job. Remember, y'all forgot the Acosta man that was in Trump's cabinet the first time was the one who gave Jeffrey Epstein the first sweetheart deal. Boom. And that guy only stepped down because Congress started asking questions then. See, y'all don't remember. Y'all not playing the long game. These people play the long game. They hope you forget. Yes, Ghislaine Maxwell has work release, beloved. Yes. Yes. And they want you to forget. And Doc, they think, I'm gonna say it like I want to say it. Period. Girl. The reason why they keep so much shit going is because you can't keep up. And before you know it, Ghislaine Maxwell will be free and you won't even notice that either because there's too much shit happening. You see? Yep, say it again, Kendra. Most Americans read and comprehend at a 6th grade level. See, that's the real epidemic of America, lack of education. That is the real epidemic in America. It's like Americans in the last 20, 30 years have leaned into being ignorant. And they pride themselves on being stupid or ignorant to facts and information. Like a lot of people that voted for Trump. Now they say, well, I didn't know. Then why would you vote for him if you didn't know? Because whatever you did know, you believed in so confidently that it caused you to leave your house, go all the way to the polls, stand in line, and vote for him. So you believed in it really, really strongly. So now for you to pretend that you don't understand or you don't know, that's a bullshit ass cop out. And I won't let them cop out on that. You were being a tribalist. You were treating your politics like a sporting event. It's not a sporting event. Because in politics, your team, well, politics is much like sports. For example, when the Cowboys win, you didn't win shit. You still lost. You ain't on the Cowboys. You lost time. You could have been doing something else that made you fucking money. It's the same thing in politics. Just because your side won doesn't mean you won. Because what did you win? With policy. See, MAGA didn't win when Trump won. Trump won. Republican voters didn't win when Republican leadership won the House and Senate. Republican leadership won. Y'all get where I'm coming from? They were who won. Folks got to wake up. Their win is not your win. You don't live like those people live. Those people got money. We're not those people. If any one of us in this live this morning were to run for Congress, all of us would get a guaranteed raise, $174,000 a year to be a congressperson. We pay their salary. So y'all paying for them to make all this money. That's why it's important you got to send the right people there. Because if you don't send the right people, you're going to run yourself into a problem. You're going to run yourself into a huge problem. Zarvis, I need that money too. This is why I tell folks, run for office. This is why y'all see so many of them running for office. Because for somebody like Lauren Boebert never would have made $174,000 a year doing nothing. Nothing. You understand? This is the most money she ever made in her life. This was a step up for her. That's why she want to be in Congress. And that's why she'll fight tooth and nail to stay in that fucking job. That's why she'll do it. Because she knows if she does it, she's going to laugh her ass all the way to the bank. Now, the part that Lauren Boebert doesn't tell you, she's a member of the Party of Family Values, but her own child just had a teenage baby. Y'all, her own baby got somebody pregnant, and they had babies having babies. The Party of Family Values. Now, keep in mind, if it was a liberal whose child was having a baby, conservatives would be all over it wanting to talk about it. Failure in parenting. Why are we not talking about Lauren Boebert's failure in parenting? You know why we're not talking about it? You ain't surprised. This is the same woman that was caught in the theater carrying on inappropriately. And kids gonna be kids. Maybe their child was never equipped with the proper ways to protect his body. See, he got lucky that he only got somebody pregnant. See, when you just get somebody pregnant with unsafe relations, you got lucky. You got lucky that that's all you got with somebody pregnant. Because you could have lost your life. But that's what happens when they don't teach children how to protect themselves. Because in their mind, if I tell you not to do it, you just not going to do it. But that's not reality. The rest of us live on earth. And I would rather arm and educate my child, if I had a young child like that, with the information that they need so they don't come home pregnant or come home having got someone pregnant. But these people think as long as we don't talk about it, it ain't going to happen. Okay. Good luck with that. Good luck with that. Good luck with that. Don't, you know, it's, oh, that's nice. Hold up, y'all. I just saw something. I didn't know you could have your shoulders and your toes out in the Netherlands. I just assumed all of the Netherlands was cold. I may have to look more into that. Yeah, or catch an STD or STI, and that's going up. Just so you know. The contractions of those things are going up, especially in the crowds and the older generations. 50 and older. Oh, man. And listen, I'm 50. They out here, they for the streets. People's grandmas and grandpas, 70, 80 years old, out here for the streets. That's why I said Cialis and Viagra should be treated as a weapon of mass destruction. I stand by that. It should be treated as a weapon of mass destruction. I stand by it. Now, I want to give y'all an update on some news. Trump is going to sign an executive order today. He might have already signed it this morning, but I'm not sure. To change the Department of Defense to the name Department of War. This is some old people shit. Old people shit. It's not anything of substance, but this is designed to change the narrative in the news because y'all talking too much about the Epstein stuff. Yes, he's going to change it to the Department of War. It's probably a precursor to invading something, starting some war somewhere. But a president can't declare war. Congress would have to. So my question is the Republican Congress going to defer that to Trump too? Because if that's the case, what do we need Congress for? You understand? What we need Congress for? If they just going to let Trump do whatever he wants to do, what's the point of paying them? Right, defense versus war. I wonder what's going to happen after we change the name, I'm like, they're so fucking obvious. And remember, Trump said he wasn't no new wars. Then why would you call it the Department of War? Ciao. I just look. So think about how much money that's going to cost. Just think about the money. Now you got to change all that stuff from saying Department of Defense to Department of War. He just burning through all. That's our tax dollars. And they just wasted your tax money to change signs. So they're going to have to change all the buildings, all the paperwork, all the videos, like everything. Everything. You know why? Because if you do that, then you don't focus on the shit that needs to be focused on. Yep, because Alligator Alcatraz is shutting down. Florida lost $218 million on that deal. Look at that. What could $218 million have done for Florida that now they don't have access to? That shit was built for nothing because now it's getting shut down. But instead, citizens in Florida got to figure out how they're going to struggle to pay their property insurance. It was called the War Department. Oh, I know it was. So he's changing it back to what it was, but it's still going to cost us all that money. So I figure, again, only old people do shit like this. This is why I keep telling y'all, stop electing old people. Because only old people do shit like this. Only old people. Everybody else don't do shit like this. But old people love shit like this. I want to go back. Don't you want to go back to before they made the telephone? Like, how far back you want to fucking go? This is old people shit. Because they feel left behind. So what do? They take us back. Thank you, AO. But we just don't need it to be called the Department of War anymore. Except if we're talking about running around starting wars everywhere. What are we trying to do as a country? I guarantee Trump is trying to go around starting armed conflict. But with what money? That's the other question I have. With what money? Because they blowing through all of the money like crazy. With this bullshit ass immigration shit that he kept trying to do. So what money? They can't go to war with Mexico. We ain't got no money. And we have no allies. Mexico does. Mexico does. How are we gonna go to war with Mexico and then talk shit about Russia invading Ukraine? We can't. He ain't gonna do shit, but he sent those troops down there, but he didn't do shit. Playtime, he didn't do nothing because he can't. A president cannot declare war. Only Congress can. It's bullshit ass distractions. He's just moving people around, keeping them away from their families, and spending our money. He can't do nothing. It's fake tough guy shit. You know why? Because he doesn't want you to remember that Trump's in the Epstein files. That's what all of this is about. That's what it's all about. I had to get rid of somebody. It was starting to smell like pussy in here. Oh. Those of you who saw the message and saw it disappear, you'll know what I mean. They came in all loud. You can't come in loud like that, girl. I knew I smelled something. I was like, ew. Right. They being moisty again. Yep. Troops in D.C. gardening, cutting grass, picking up trash. Just so y'all know, that's what your National Guard is doing in D.C. And most of the Justice Department is going to federal court and they're dropping most charges of people that have been arrested. Because it's bullshit. It was designed as intimidation. It's just designed for intimidation. That's it. Johnny was on Epstein Island. He's bragging about it. I had to let him go. He was in here again being moisty for Trump and Jeffrey Epstein. I wanted everybody to know on his way out who he was. You can't do that in my lives. They told him he doesn't care. They're not moving Space Force either because a president can't move it. They're not doing that shit. Congress has to move it. All of the shit is theatrics. All of it is theatrics. No, Epstein is not still alive. Who y'all think he is? Tupac? And Tupac's not still alive either. Let that shit go. Tupac's not still alive. Some people be doing that shit. I saw Pac. No, you didn't. You just saw a dude cosplaying as Pac. Okay? Why the fuck would... Listen, Pac's mother lived for decades after Pac was dead. Why would Pac be alive and not see his mama? Pac loved his mama more than he loved being a fucking celebrity. Stop it, y'all. I thank y'all for joining me this morning. Listen, we had a great time this morning. I want to remember to remind you, don't forget to check out the Straight No Chaser podcast. Link is in my profile. New episodes pop all the time. I'm having another one today that's going to hit for the Circle members and Upper Patreon because you get access to it early. And everybody else will see that episode tomorrow. I'm talking about when you lie to yourself about how good it was back in the day. Thank you so much, D-Vizzy. I appreciate that. I appreciate that, beautiful. Also, don't forget, like I told y'all before, check out my Patreon page if you're looking to make money. Again, it's not, I don't get paid from telling you this. I'm just telling you. Okay, I have a pinned post on my Patreon about how to make money doing market studies. If you're looking to make cash, if you're looking to make money to pay your bills, buy groceries, you need to go take a look at that because I'm going to unpin it after today. All right, because it's been pinned for at least like 2 weeks now, or at least a week. And so I'm going to unpin it after today. Okay? It's companies pay you just to get your honest opinion on stuff. That's it. And don't forget, Trump is in the Epstein files. Don't forget. I appreciate you guys for being with me this morning. I appreciate you. I really, really do appreciate you. Thank you so much for being here. Look, we got 133,000 likes. I appreciate you for that. We got 265 shares, most shares I've ever gotten. I appreciate all the shares. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I want you to have a beautiful and blessed day today. A beautiful and blessed day. My Patreon is in my bio. If you want to get information about that, click the link in my bio. It'll take you to my website. The very first link on my website is to my Patreon. If you like these unfiltered conversations, come on over and join the Patreon. Because, see, I can't talk about everything I'd like to talk about over here. Because TikTok, those community guidelines, they don't let you talk about shit. And y'all know the new community guidelines start up, I think, next week or something like that. So it remains to be seen what happens there. Next week, though, I start, hey, Sanopa, hey, beautiful. Next week, I'll still be doing my TikTok lives, but I'm also going to be doing some Patreon lives because then we can have unfiltered conversations on Patreon. And we can't there. I mean, we can't here. But I thank you all for joining me today. I'm going to do something I do in every live. I'm going to give a shout out to my top 5 gifters because I give this up every live as an extra appreciation. But no, I appreciate all of you, okay? Number 1, beautiful, the Cassie B. Thank you so much, beautiful. Number 2, handsome Russ Nelson. Thank you so much, handsome. Number 3, beautiful Kiana Black. Thank you so much, beautiful. Number 4, beautiful Shauna B. Thank you so much, beautiful. Thank y'all again for helping to meet the goals. Thank you so much. Number 5, handsome Marky. Hey, handsome. And then a special shout out to beautiful Trail coming in at number 6. Thank you so much, beautiful. I appreciate each and every one of you. I will be back on live today, this afternoon, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, okay? So I want you to have a beautiful day today. And I know you will because I'm going to claim it for you. You're going to have it. And remember, don't let nobody live rent-free in your head, okay? Don't feed no trolls. I know, thank y'all for these likes. I appreciate it. Don't feed the trolls. And you can accomplish anything you put your mind to as long as you stay consistent. Peace, you guys. I'll see you at 5 p.m. Bye-bye. Have a great day. I love you.